Hey there everybody, welcome to my movie vlog. My name is John Campea and this is my quick review of the brand new sequel, Paddington 2. Now when the first Paddington movie came out in 2014, like most people, I was pretty skeptical. It looked to me like just another throwaway kind of movie trying to take advantage of nostalgia and take advantage of some recognizable IP, but probably wouldn't be a very good movie. And wouldn't you know it, the movie was wonderful. I just had my pants charmed off me with that first Paddington movie. I was so pleasantly surprised by it. Then came word that they were going to do a sequel. And I have to admit, I got a little bit skeptical again. It's like, okay, it's a sequel. Now they're just cashing in on it. It's not going to be good. This one will probably be a step down from the last one. It won't be very memorable. This is just a waste of time. And once again, I am pleasantly surprised. As a matter of fact, right now, Paddington 2 is technically a 2017 film. It's the highest critically rated film of 2017, 155 movie reviews, and it holds a 100%. And you know what? This is a 100% movie that absolutely deserves the rating. I don't know if I'm personally ready to say that this movie is as good as the first one, because I really love that first one, but it's certainly in the same ballpark. And it's not just all about this adorable little CG animated bear either. The cast in the film is just fantastic. Starting off with, say, Hugh Bonneville. Now, it's still really weird for me to see Hugh Bonneville outside of Downton Abbey where he's Lord Grantham, so it's still a little bit different for me to see him in that kind of a role. And also fantastic in the film is Sally Hawkins, who returns as Mrs. Brown again, but I gotta say, it's a little bit weird seeing Mrs. Brown, Paddington's kind of adopted mother, because the last time I saw Sally, she was getting naked in a bathtub getting ready to have sex with a sea monster. A couple of new additions as well to the Paddington family. We got Brendan Gleeson, who is one of my favorite character actors in the world right now. He's been in a lot of great and big movies as well, but he'll always be Hamish to me from Braveheart. And Hugh Grant! Hugh Grant is in this film, and he kind of plays the villain, the foil, the antagonist, if you will, in the movie, and he does a great job as well. But even with all those great performances, the heart and soul of this movie, and the first one as well, is this little CGI character, this little bear, Paddington. And I know it seems kind of weird to say that the CGI character is the heart and soul, but it really is. What makes Paddington so endearing? What makes Paddington so charming? What is it? It's not just because he's a cute fuzzy bear. For me as an audience member, there's something with all these other movies that we love with lots of action, lots of violence, badasses and things like that. It is really refreshing once in a while to come across a character whose entire persona is based on innocence, whose entire persona is based on goodness. And quite often in a lot of movies, when you ever have a character like that, they're portrayed as being naive or overly simple or don't really see the world for what it is. Instead, Paddington becomes that kind of a movie that makes him the center of the world, and the rest of the world we look at through his eyes instead of the other way around, making the character out to be naive or overly simplistic. Because when that little bear says to you, if you are kind and polite, the world will be right, he doesn't come across as naive. He comes across as a philosopher. And through his hijinks and through his adventures, every time Paddington comes across another obstacle, he brings to it that sense of politeness, that sense of goodness, that sense of innocence. He challenges all the obstacles that he comes across with doing what is right and being a good person or bear, as the case may be. And contrary to seeming silly or out of place or odd, it comes across as heroic. And it comes across as charming, and it makes you believe in the world that Paddington believes in. And I mean, even speaking of sweetness and innocence, the entire premise of the movie is Paddington wanting to get a really special birthday gift for his aunt that raised him, who lives in the retirement home for bears. How adorable! And then what's really special, as Paddington goes through the movie, everybody he comes across, that sweetness, that innocence, that goodness starts to rub off and affect the people around him in a positive way, whether it's the Brown family or whether it's the neighbors or whether it's the other convicts in a prison that he lives in. Yes, at some point in this movie, Paddington ends up in prison. I'll let you watch the movie and figure out why. The point is, as characters in the movie come across Paddington, they're changed by his goodness. They're changed by his innocence. And dare I say that as an audience member watching Paddington on screen, we are changed by his goodness, and we are changed by his innocence. And yeah, I don't care. You can say, but John, it's a kid's movie on the cuff. I don't care. I was happy watching this movie. I'm sitting down watching this stupid little CGI bear, smiling and grinning, and even getting a little teary in my eyes near the end of the film. You can call it whatever you want. To me, it's a damn entertaining, happy film that I just enjoyed myself sitting there and watching, and I think you will too if you give it a shot. So overall, Paddington 2 is an absolute winner of a film. Go watch it. It will charm your socks off, and I think everybody that you go to this movie with will leave the theater smiling, happy, and maybe a little choked up and have a little wet spots around their eyes at the same time. Anyway, that'll do it for my review of Paddington 2, guys. Question is, have you had a chance to watch it yet? If so, jump down to the comments section and let me know your thoughts about Paddington 2. And listen, guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, make sure you click the thumbs up button, leave a thought below, and follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, simply at John Campea, that you can see right there. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's John Campea, and until my next video, bye-bye.